Hi there and welcome. My name is June and thank you for joining me for this wonderful 30-minute balance and flexibility session. This is a session that's going to enhance your flexibility, challenge your balance, and just make you feel really good all over. So few things that you're going to need, actually just one. We're going to be working with a squishy ball, and you're going to put that out of your way for now and make sure that your area is clear of any obstacles. Footwear is optional. I choose to wear footwear because I like to, but for this particular session, you probably don't have to. You can wear socks. That's fine as well. Please have some water nearby. We will take a water break. And then you also will need your sturdy armless chair. This is going to be done in a chair, but we will take a sit to stand option. And remember, those sit to stand options are just that, options. And if you choose to do it in your chair, I'm going to give you those modifications. So you're ready to go? Because I am. Let's have a seat. Now remember, when you're sitting in your chair, come to the forward part of your chair so that when you're sitting, you want to make sure that your core is going to engage. And it won't happen if we're sitting against the chair because we kind of get lazy. But if you sit all the way up to the front, plant your feet on the ground, your feet are about hip width apart. So if you look at the space between your knees and the space between your feet, well, that's just about it. That's going to give you the correct position for your seated position. Now, while we're seated here, let's think of being very tall. I'm 5 feet. I'm short, so I like to envision that I'm like 5'7". So think really, really tall. That just feeling in your mind is going to translate into your body and allow you to maintain that nice erect posture. So I'm going to stop gabbing right now. We're going to get started. We're going to start with a shoulder shrug to an arm reach out. I'm going to start with my right arm. So right shoulder goes up and then reaches out. Join me as we do it again. Now that thumb is always reaching to the ceiling. Now let's add a body sway, out and reach, and out and reach, and out. Watch my little change here. Let's take a circle of the arm with this. Up and out and circle and down and up and out and circle around. One more time. Up and out and circle. Perfect. Let's do the same thing on your left side, sitting nice and tall. You ready? Shoulder shrugs first, 3 times. Take it up and down. One more time. Now add that reach out. It's shrug and out, shrug and out. 2 more. Then we add that circle. Are you ready? Here comes the circle all the way around. Over and out and shrug and out and over and out and shrug. One more time. Reach over. Shrug it. Alternate your shrugs. Now notice how we're starting to side bend. That's what we're going to go into next. We're moving into a side bend, a lovely side bend. So let's stop both shoulder shrugs. Sit nice and tall. Take your left arm up towards the ceiling. If this is too difficult, place the hand on your shoulder. Just bending sideways, making sure that your hips stay stationary on your chair. Reach side. Now that arm can come up if you feel you want to. Reach and down and reach. Your option is always hand on the shoulder. One more. Perfect. Release. Let's do the other side. Hand on the shoulder first, stretching, keeping your right hip anchored on your chair. Now add that right arm. Reach and lower and reach. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Now hands on your thighs. Pull your elbows a little closer to your side, but not too close. Take a look over your right shoulder. Return back to center, looking at me. Then look over your left shoulder and back to the center. One more time, slow. Feel that nice twist going on through the entire torso. Twist to your left. Back center. Beautiful, that's great. Now let's work on the heels. Lift your heel and lower it. Lift your heel and lower it, left and right. Let's stay on your left side and let's add. Heel comes up. Then add your knee, lift, pull it up, sit nice and tall. Tap your toe on the floor. Push the heel down to the ground. Same thing on your right side. Lift your right heel, pull the knee up towards your chest. Drop the toe towards the floor, and then heel drops down. Let's pick this up a little quicker. You ready? Let's go heel and knee and toe and heel. Now heel, lift your knee, toe goes down to the floor. 2 more. And lift. You hear that change in music? That means a change is coming. 1 more time. Lift and lift. Perfect. Now heels go front. Heel and heel. So this gives us a little opportunity to increase the mobility in your knee joint and your hip. 4 more. Here comes 1. This is still 1. Here comes 2. Here comes 3. And are you ready? We're going to do a little cross with this. Hands on the side of your chair. Side and side and side and side. Perfect. Maybe add a little kick to this. Last thing we're going to do here before we move on. Lovely. Bring your feet to the center. Pause. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Now those arms. As you're inhaling, inhale, arms up. Exhale, float the arms down. 1 more time. Deep breath in. Lovely. Let's reach for our ball here. And for the first one, we're going to take that ball and place it behind our back, and we will be sitting further back in the chair. So take the ball, place it behind your back, right between the shoulder blades, and then sit back. It kind of feels good. A little wobbly though, and that wobbling is essential because that's what turns on your proprioceptors. Those are the little ions in your body that allow you to recognize where you are in time and space. So we're sitting up nice and tall and pressing gently against the ball. Make sure your abdominals are engaged, or draw your belly in towards your spine. Hands by your side. We're going to slide to the right side. Come back to center. And as we're doing this, be very conscious of not allowing your hips to come up. So side to side and side. Perfect. This is a really lovely movement to warm up the sides of your torso. Here we go. Reach. This is feel good, right? And that ball behind you is giving you the support, but it's also turning on your back muscles, which is so important. We're going to do about 2 more on each side. Let's go to your left and right 1 more time. Nice. Now, carefully reach behind you, grab your ball, place the ball in both your hands with your thumbs towards the ceiling. Drop your shoulders, and let's do a little twist to your right side. Now, let's not move the arms. Let's just move the torso. The arms will follow. Coming back, notice I'm not moving my arms at all. I'm just moving my torso. Let's do this again to the side. And then let's add a little bit of more full body movement by creating a figure 8 in the air. So we're going to go back and over. So it's kind of like a row, but we're creating a figure 8 pattern as we cross over one side to the other. This also feels good. Down and over. Perfect. We have 2 more of these. And 1 more. Last one. Come back to center. Scoot to the forward part of your chair, taking the ball on the palms of your hand. My hands, or the outside edges of my hands, are close together. Pulling your elbows back. We're going to reach the arms out in front. Pulling back. Again, like a rowing action. We call this offering, as if you're offering someone this ball to take with them. And now let's take the ball in your left hand. Reach and pull and reach. 2 more. Reach and pull. Perfect. Switch the ball to your right hand, and let's do the same thing on this side. Reach forward. Reach and back. And reach and back. Perfect. Reach and back. Now we're going to add on to this. Let's go back to using both hands again. Place the left and right hand, palms up to the ceiling. When you reach out, now gaze up towards where the ceiling meets the wall. I bet you can feel your back muscles start to kick in here. Perfect. Reach. Another change in the music. Can you hear that? We're going to do this again. Reach forward. Yes, that was great. Now, remember in the beginning I mentioned that we would do a sit to stand option? Here's where that's coming in. Take your ball, place it off to the side momentarily. Let's move to your right side of your chair. So we're over here, the legs are here. Scoot back a little bit for a moment, right? And place both hands on the side of your chair. Now, we're gonna pull ourselves around and do a nice torso twist. That feels good. Now look over your right shoulder, then come back, move forward to the very forward part of your chair, holding on to the chair, hinge forward 4 times. As we do this, we're gaining some more proprioception and body weight at the same time. On your next one, we're going to hold it here. Hold. Then we're going to lift our hips. Hold this position into your seat hold. Option is to stand up, or you can sit right back down on your chair. Stand tall. Roll your shoulders back. Reach the arms forward. Arms come back. Have a seat in your chair. Beautiful. Walk your feet to the other side. We're going to repeat that on the left side. So both of your legs on the side of the chair. And like we did before, we're going to grab the chair with both hands, turning towards the chair, pulling yourself all the way around, finding that nice stretch. Coming back to the center. Remember that hinge we did before? Scoot a little bit forward. Now we go 4. Exhale every time you hinge forward. 2 more. 1 more. And get ready. We're going to hold it here. Hold. Use your hands on the chair to come into your seat hold. Option is to go back to your seat or stand up. Reach forward. Reach back down. Have a seat in your chair. Lovely. Walk your feet around to the front of the chair. Roll your shoulders back. That looks great. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Another breath in. Yes. And release. Let's grab that ball again. So grabbing the ball, we're sitting a little further back on our chair, not all the way back, but enough that you can feel the middle of the back of your thighs at the edge of the chair. Great. From here, we're going to take the ball at your chest, thumbs are up. We're going to push it out. Push. Rotate side. Come back to your center, then rotate to your side again. Yes. Back center, pull it in. Push it away. Envision that this ball weighs about 5 pounds. So it feels a little heavy, right? Take it to your left side. Back to center and pull it back to your chest. Great. Reach out again. Twist to your right side. Back to center. Twist to your left. Come back to your center and bring it back in. Let's do 1 more. Push it out from your chest. Reach out. Take that twist to your right. Twist. Now, as you're twisting, think of your shoulder blade on the side that you're twisting to, pulling you back. Come back in. Lovely. Nice. Now, separate both legs and create a wider stance in your chair. Now, taking the ball in your left hand, reach towards the ankle, and 4 times, reach. Come back and reach. 2 more and reach. Last one. We ready to do the right side? Here we go. Right side. Here goes 1. Good. And 2. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Now 2 on your left side. 1 and back. Notice how we're working on a diagonal now. Now to your right. Now can you alternate right and left? Let's start left first. Left together and right together and left together and right. Last one. Beautiful. Now from here, you're going to take your left leg out, reach at a diagonal, and then bring the ball up in a circle and release to the other side. You ready? Reach, right leg out, reaching out a diagonal. You can always hold on to your chair. Circle up, bring it back, arms come together, left leg out. On that diagonal, reach. Now, if you want to take the other arm out as well, if you feel comfortable, otherwise hold on to that chair. Circle it up and back. Same thing here. Reach out. Last one here, diagonal. Great. And coming back in That was lovely. That's not so easy, right? It creates a balance challenge for your body. You have to be really careful how you move on that chair and make sure that your core is engaged as you're doing that. And that just means holding your abdominal muscles in. So putting the ball back over here, putting your feet together, sit up nice and tall, holding on to the sides of your chair. Roll your shoulders back. Take both legs, slide them out, and slide them in. Notice what I had to do with my upper body. I had to lean back and then come forward again. So this is full body movement. And come back in. And again, reaching out and come back in. 2 more. Reaching out. Come back in. One last one here. Reaching out. Now here comes our seat lift. You ready? Hinging forward. Hinge. And then come back one more time, then we'll go into our seat lift. Hinge forward, coming back. Widen the stance a little bit. Hinge forward, push yourself off. Reach the arms forward and hold, hold, hold. Lovely. Grab for the chair, have a seat. Feet together, slide those legs out. Out and in and out. Ready for the seat lift? Here it comes. Forward, lift, and hold. Great. Breath in. Exhale, reach for your chair. Legs go out and in. One more time. Let's go. Out and in and out. Hinge forward. Seat lift, hold. The weight is in your heels. I think we're going to try this one more time to make sure we have the right weight distribution. Have a seat in your chair. Nice and tall. Sit tall. Here we go. Out and in. Out and in and out. Hinging forward. Hinging forward, hold right here. Beautiful. Have a seat. Lovely. I think it's time to take a little bit of a water break, don't you? So grab your water, right? Hopefully it's close by. Take a few sips. Take one more. Because we're going to be moving into what I call a rocking horse pattern. And that means repositioning yourself on your chair to the side of your chair. And let's move over to the right side. So moving on to the right side, we want the entire back of your leg, your left leg, on that chair. As you bring back your right leg with the knee, aiming towards the ground so that you can create this tap rocking horse. Tapping my toe, tapping my heel. Tap. You got it. We've got 4. Join me when you're ready. It's not a lot of movement, a lot of upper body movement. You're just kind of easily tapping your heel and your foot forward and back. 2 more here. Now we're going to turn this into a bit of a stretch. Right, so now turn the back toe under. When that back toe is under and you press the top of your foot into the ground, you're going to feel a stretch, not only in your shin, but also in the front part of your leg, which is your hip flexor and quadricep muscle. Right, so we're going to hold on to that for a moment and reach the arm out. Then take your hand to your shoulder and then lean back so we feel that nice stretch. Good. The further you lean back, the more you're going to find that stretch. Help to allow your hip joint to open up. And that's important because our hips are flexed far too often during the day. So we're going to come back to center. Now, curl the toe under and now scoot a little bit more forward, holding onto the chair with your left hand. Reach your right hand towards that leg, just towards it. So now pull your toe up. You're going to start to feel a mild stretch in your hamstring. Now we're holding on here. We don't have that leg fully straight. Just hold. Perfect. Now we're going to come to the center of your chair, so we need to come back to center. Move your left leg and your right leg off and over. We're going to move into a bridge position. Bridge meaning we're going to extend your hip joint. So take the heels of your hands a little further back on your chair. Roll your shoulders back. Breathe in. Your feet are on the floor. Excuse me, hip width apart. Push your hips up and knees come forward. Whoa, yes. Nice. Have a seat. This is not easy because this requires a lot of upper body work, right? So hold it for just, excuse me. I think I need some more water. Hang on a second. You want to hold it just for a second and then bring yourself right back down. So heels of your hands on the side of the chair, shoulders back, push your knees forward, push your hips up, and look towards the ceiling or where the ceiling meets the wall. Come back down. Great. That's all we needed to do before we shift our weight over to your left side. Your left knee goes down towards the floor exactly like we did before. And you want the entire back of your leg, right leg, on that chair. And we did a rocking horse. Tap and heel and tap. You can add a little arm with this if you'd like. Tap and heel. That's up to you. Make sure you're holding onto your chair for support. And back. 2 more of these. 1 more. And then we're going into that, if you recall, I know I did an extra one, but we're going to go into that shin stretch. So the top of your foot is on the ground, so you're not curling your toe under, and you're pushing gently the top of your foot into the floor. I can just hold that. You're also going to feel a mild stretch. Now, if I start to lean back like we did on that other side, holding onto the chair, hand can go here or up, whichever feels better. That's going to open up that whole front of your hip. Lovely. Hold on to that. I bet you feel that. Doesn't take long because this muscle doesn't get stretched as often enough as we'd like it to. So flex the toe. Now we slide a little bit more forward so we get into the hamstring now. So so now the leg is a little bit more extended in the front. And then you're going to reach out and keep your heart lifted. So we're not collapsing in the rib cage, you're lifting up. That's going to allow you to get a bit of a hamstring stretch here. And then if you point your toe, it also helps get a little bit of a stretch as well. Nice. We come back to the center chair, taking your time. We have time. Grab your ball, place this ball between your knees, but you'll need to move a little bit more forward on your chair so you have some room, because we want the ball positioned above the knee joint, not at the joint, above the joint. And we hold that there, and all we're going to do is try to hold our hands here and squeeze, squeeze, and release. Now, by the end of these 8 repetitions, you're going to know you worked your thighs, inner thighs. Good. We have 4 more to go after this one. You ready? Here comes 4. You've got 4. Nice. And then 3. And you've got 2. 1 more. Now, can you hold this next one? Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and release. Can you feel those inner thighs working? This is a very neglected muscle that we don't get to work too often, but it's a very important muscle because this muscle, your inner thigh called the adductor, or your outer thigh, which is your abductor, those muscles are responsible for helping you keep your legs stable as you walk. That's how important that is, right? Very important. So we're going to put this ball away. I'm going to take another quick drink here. We're getting to our last segment before our cool down. So, are you ready? Your hands, are they important? What would we do without our hands, right? So we want to make sure that they're flexible. And meaning flexible, meaning they get the opportunity to move and get some blood flow through them. So I want you to reach your hands out in front of you, sitting as tall as you can. So even though we may be working your wrist, I want to make sure that everything else in your body is working as well. So left arm goes out, thumb is up, right hand is out. So from here, just open and close your hands. Close and open, close and open, and close and open. So we're waking up those hands, right? For whether it's morning or afternoon, whenever you're catching this. 2 more. Nice. Last one now. Interlace your fingers gently. So I'm not squeezing my hands together, just gently. I'm going to do a little bit of a wrist play. This is really nice because it stretches and extends your wrist. And right now I'm going to the left side. Excuse me. Now the right. Let's go over. Right side. Like you're going over a hill, right? Yes. Last one here. Beautiful. Now bring your hands together. Prayer hands right to your heart center. Now we're going to start with your thumbs right at your breastbone here. Then we're going to keep holding the palms together as we attempt to lower the arms down, keeping your hands together. You're going to note a stretch in your wrists and your forearms, and then let it go. Float the arms up. Hands come together. Again, keeping your hands close together as much as you can. You're going to find that the bottom part of this exercise, the heels of your hands are going to want to come apart. But you're going to feel some strengthening in the biceps, but feel the stretch that's going on in the wrists and the forearms. And release. Take it up. We have one more. Bring it here. Nice. Here we go. Can you feel that? Wow. We're going to do one more. This one always amazes me because you don't think you would feel a stretch in your arms like this. And release. One more time. Hands come here. Nice. Beautiful. Now this time, take both of your hands to your shoulders and just roll the shoulders back. Left shoulder first, then your right. So this is a nice way to open up the torso. Circle and circle and circle and circle. Give me both. Circle around. Yes, it looks great. Ah, yes, 2 more of these. Lovely. Now take the hands to heart center. I call this Lotus Flower. So we bring the arms down, not as far as we did before, and reach the arms up. Gather all of the energy. Pull it into your hands and down into your heart. Let's do that again. Reach up. Lift, lift. Come down. And think of your breath here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pulling the arms down. One more time. You can do this. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale. As you come back down, nice. And then roll your shoulders back. And let's do a little bit of arm circles in front. So reach your arm out in front, cross your body, come across, and do the same thing on the other side. Reach and open and reach. Kind of like scooping down, picking something up, but moving your body with you. The reason I'm having you move your body is, do you remember when the beginning of the session, I had you turn to face your back of your chair? We're going to revisit that. So on this side, are we ready? Turn to face the side of your chair. And we're not going to do the sit to stand here. We're just going to take hold of the chair. And now see if you can pull a little bit further. You're going to note that you probably can go back a little bit further. And then release. We're going to come around and walk our feet around to this side. Same thing. Are you ready? Grab hold of the chair and take note of how much further you're able to twist. That's an important thing to note. Come back to the center, because it is movement that allows the fluid to be, what's the word I want to use? The fluid to be distributed through your spinal column, which allows your body to move and allows it to become nourished. So all of this movement we do is for a reason, is to really enhance the mobility and the flexibility of your spine, and it just feels so good. So I'm going to have you scoot back a little bit, roll your shoulders back, let your left ear drop to your left shoulder, and then release and let your right ear drop to your right shoulder. You start to feel a nice little stretch. Now this time, as you do this again, think of pressing the palm of your hand towards the ground of the opposite direction that you're going in, because then you start to feel that nice stretch in your neck. Press, yes. One more. Feels so good, doesn't it? Hold on to your chair. Remember those rib cage slides? Now try to make a little circle with your torso, starting with your rib cage slide and coming around. And we're continuing in one direction, and then we stop and we go in the other direction. Whole body moves. You will feel a little bit of hip action here. One more. Actually, I meant one more after this one. Great. Roll your shoulders back. Shoulder to your ear, other shoulder to your ear, maybe reaching up to the ceiling with one arm, then the other, getting a nice stretch all over. Perhaps both shoulders. Roll them around. Big movement now, big, because you're ready to move, right? Circle around with the arm and the other arm. Maybe flow the arms. Do whatever feels good for your body. Reach. Maybe one arm. Thumb up, circle. Thumb up, circle. Roll the shoulders back. Pause for a moment. Focus on your breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Close your eyes maybe. Inhale. Focus on what's happening in the whole torso. Exhale. We have one more deep breath in. Exhale, last one here, deep breath in. Yes, maybe play with the ankles a little bit. Tap your feet, right? Lift your heels. Maybe lift your knees. Circle and in, and how about your right leg? Circle and in, all this feel-good movement. Because movement feels good. Nourishes your spine, remember? Nourishes your entire body. And I believe that movement truly heals your body. And I feel that moving in as little as 10 minutes every single day will have a profound impact on your health and wellness. So make sure that you move every single day, because that's so important. And you have us here to help you and guide you along the way. So thank you so much for joining me today. It's a pleasure to move with you and to bring the joy of movement to your home. You have a great day, and I look forward to moving with you again. My name is June. You take care.